Hey guys. Jesus. Let me drink some water. I'm having a good hair day today. Anyway, this video is going to be a bit scattered. I'm going to talk about the 21-day challenge. I just recently, like 5 minutes ago, saw Jesus Christ, there's my Brooklyn accent coming out. T-Boss Bone, Jason's latest video about victimizing yourself, self-sabotage. And what else do I want to talk about? Grad school. And my kitty. I'll get to that. But let me start out with this lecture that I had last night in my Literature and Society class. Have you ever gotten the impression that some professors are professors because they love literature or they love whatever subject they're in, but it's a lot more stable than becoming like a comedian, you know? Stand-up comedy is hard to break into. But being a professor, you get tenure, you know? You get tenure and you can sit up there and do whatever you want. You could crack jokes the entire time about random shit. This is one of these professors. Water. It's good for you. Product placement. LL Bean. Oh, an apple. Yeah, I don't get endorsements. But anyway, I'm like really scatterbrained. All right, Literature and Society. We're reading this book called The Theory of the Leisure Class, and it's by Thorstein Veblen, and it was written at the turn of the century, and that's my cat playing with a cap, and it's funny. It was written almost a century ago. It was written a century ago, because it's almost... Anyway, yeah, I'm crazy and insane, and I just had a Diet Coke, so, you know. I also had a protein drink a little bit ago, so I'm like, I'm crazy. And is it just me, or, I don't know, have you guys had a Fiber One bar recently? I think there's more chocolate on it. I don't know. This may have to be a two-parter, because I'm that scatterbrained, and I don't really feel like editing myself that much. Okay, Literature and Society. Thorstein Veblen, The Theory of the Leisure Class. I wish I had it in front of me, but it's in my book bag, and I don't feel like pausing to get it out. But anyway, in this book, it's kind of crazy how, like, things, although things are different, they're basically the same. You know, we're still capitalist and crazy, and there's just this, like, huge, gross display of wealth. If you've ever seen that MTV show, My Super Sweet 16, you know what I'm talking about. It's gross. These kids can't even drive, and they have like $50,000 cars, if not more than that, you know? At the very least, $50,000. Can't drive it. It's ridiculous. Everything is about display. Display, display, display. But where am I going on this point? Oh, right. We were talking about, what were we talking about? Vicarious consumption. Whereby your child, because now the way the economy is, mothers and fathers both work, and the child is the one that goes through the money. And, you know, I will admit that my mother and father, when he was still alive, both worked hard, and my mom still worked hard to give me things, to provide for me. So, but as a society, we're very good at guilt tripping ourselves. We're very good at playing the victim. And we're very good at throwing money at people whenever we're feeling like crap. That is the way we're, I guess, brought up to deal with our guilt. But anyway, I'm not really articulating the point very well, but the whole guilt thing, I'm not even gonna look at that because I know it's probably a fucking telemarketer. But anyway, I'm sorry for cursing. I really am, but I don't care. Anyway, damn it, I can't concentrate with the stupid noise. All right, so anyway, yeah, it was a telemarketer because there's no message. Shit. Yeah, it was my mother. She called my cell phone. But anyway, I had my point, and then I lost it. I got it. Okay. As a society, we spend so much money on keeping up the pretense that we have all the time in the world for leisure or leisure, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, because I watched a little bit before and it was like, leisure class? Like, does anybody say leisure? Do most people say leisure? I say leisure, but I don't know if anyone else says leisure. I don't know. Anyway, it's like tomato, but I don't think anybody says tomato, so that's ridiculous. Right, so I don't know if you guys have seen this, but like I have seen examples of this where people have shitty homes, shitty apartments. So much cursing in this. I'm sorry. And they have HD TVs, PS3s, like the latest Nike or Jordan sneakers. You know, the fashion sneakers that they're like ridiculous neon colors, which for me is really gaudy and really ugly. But I know that there are some people that like really like that look just because other people like it or because it is marketed as being attractive. And I don't know, I have a neighbor. I'm gonna get so much shit for this. I have a neighbor who lives next door to me, obviously. But anyway, that's not the point. But okay, he lives in the house next to me, but there's like 3 families in the house. It's like an apartment. Now, my mother, my sister, and I, we live in this house. It's not an apartment. It's upstairs, the middle floor, and our basement. And, you know, we're a middle-class family, and that's fine. But we don't have an HD TV, and we don't have a fancy car. But anyway, that's not the point. This guy next door has, I think it's a Lexus. You know, I'm not like a car person. It's either a Lexus or a Ferrari or some ridiculous freaking car. Ridiculous. Like, how did you get that car? Oh, I'll tell you how he got that car. That is like the one thing he cares about in the world, besides his 2 children, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions, although I am kind of making assumptions. But you kind of have to. If you see, I don't know, I kind of see how these people live. And then I kind of see their car. And I kind of go, what? But anyway, I'm going to get so much flack for this probably. But I just want to point out one more time that I'm not, I'm not living it up. Okay? I am not. I am a middle-class child. And and I say child, even though I'm 23, because I still live in my mother's house. There's hair floating in the air. That's what happens when you have two pets who shed like a motherfucker. And oh my god, I just cursed again. This is gonna have to be like 3 parts. Anyway, now I'm like totally going off on a tangent.